What is up, Division 2 agents? This is Gamer for Life back with another Division 2 video. Now in this video we are going to be going over the Hunter mask. You can see I have all 8 of the Brooklyn Hunter masks done. Of course, all credit goes to the Division 2 secret Discord and all of its amazing agents over there for getting these puzzles solved pretty fast for us content creators to get out to our communities. So huge shout out to them, and I will have a link to their Discord in the description. And of course you can see we did open the box, wait to the end of the video to see what is in that box. Now the first thing I do want to say is there's one hunter that is not going to be in this video, and that is the Lumen Hunter. I did take that hunter out. While I had my audio recorded, I was not recording my video. So, bonehead mistake by myself. So I will leave a link in a pinned comment. It's going to be the first one because I'm going to have a pinned comment with all of the timestamps to each hunter, so you can go to whichever hunter you need, and that Lumen Hunter will be the first one. And it will be a link to Mr. Rogold's video of him explaining exactly how to take out that hunter. Alright, but besides that, I have all of the hunters for you. Let's go ahead and get into this guide. But before we do that, let me just go ahead and show you the build that I'm using. Of course, when we're talking about hunters, the biggest thing that they do is disrupt you. And I did not want to be disrupted. So this is the build that I just threw together, right? So I have the Ninja Bike backpack. I have one piece of Cavalier, which is going to give us that 30% hazard protection. I have 2 pieces of System Corruption, mainly for the 40% disrupt resistance. And I have everything rolled. See, crit chance, armor with hazard protection, weapon damage, crit chance. Then I have the Zero's F chest piece, giving us 10% shotgun damage, 5% total armor for the brand set bonuses, with max armor, crit chance, crit damage with the mod, crit damage mod, perfectly unbreakable. Obviously we know what that does. One piece of the Y'all gear, which gives us the plus 10% hazard and plus 10% weapon damage for the brand set bonuses. Of course, these extra brand set bonuses are getting unlocked because of the talent of the Ninja Bike, if you want to pause and read that talent. So basically with this setup, I am completely immune to being disrupted, and I am using the Scorpio, one of the best guns to use against a hunter. Now if you just have a regular shotgun, that would work fine too. For me personally, I love using the shotguns against the hunters because it takes them out fairly quickly. And then I do have the Lexington as a secondary, and that Lexington has preservation on it. I don't really use it anyway, so. Now the biggest thing I will say about these hunters is to put your map on normal. Just make it easy on yourselves and you will be good to go. Alright, let's get into this guide. So I just wanted to put this in before this first hunter. Now what we're going to have to be doing is finding these tanks. Now there are some agents reporting they can't see the tanks at all, and there's agents that are giving workarounds for that. So what they're saying is if you do not see the tanks, you can either, what some agents are reporting is take out this control point, the Fulton Ferry Market, and those tanks should appear. And then there's other agents saying just come to the ferry. This ferry that we are at is where you're going to have to come at the end of finding all the tanks to fight the hunter. And then go back to where the tanks are, which I'm about to be showing you, and they should appear. Now me personally, I just did both of them. I took out the control point and I came over here to the ferry just to be on the safe side. And when I went to the first set of tanks, sure enough, they were there. Alright, so with that said, let's get to these first set of canisters for this Kraver mask. So this first set is right here where this food is, right beside the control point that I took out, and that is the Fulton Ferry Market control point. So just come over here, and right beside this table with these apples on it, you will see our first set of canisters. I'm on Xbox, so I hold X, and that will, get this first set of tanks, is what it is. All right, so we got that. Now our second set of tanks is going to be at another food source right here. All right, and that's in between, Popular and what is that, Mid Street. So I will go there and meet you over there. All right, so I'm over here at this food. We're gonna come here right in the middle where these boxes are, and you can see this is where our second set of tanks are. So we're gonna go ahead and hold X and collect the second set of tanks. All right, and just so you can see exactly where we are, like I said, right here in between, what is that, Midda and Poplar Street. All right, so we are going on to the third set, which is going to be right here where this water is, just to the northwest of where we are. I'll meet you over there. All right, so we are right over here at this water. Again, right over here beside Cranberry Street. Just come over here to right in front of this picture or this painting of the hands holding a plant. There is our third set of tanks. Let's go ahead and get this. Perfect. And we'll move on to the next one. All right, so our final set of tanks that we are going to need is going to be at another water source, but of course you can see it is a territory control for me. So if there's a territory control there, just go ahead and take that out. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go take that out and I will be right back. Okay, so I took the territory control out, and as you can see, it is now water. Okay, so that is in between Pineapple and Orange Street. And you can see this big tree right here in front of me. Just under this tree to the left of it, I got my flashlight so you can see. It is the last set of tanks that we need. Go ahead and get that, and then we will go to the location where we are going to spawn the hunters. And technically, I guess that wasn't the last set of tanks, because the last set of tanks is going to be what spawns the hunter, and that is going to be at the ferry. It's going to be right up here, right around in this area. So just mark this area and I'll meet you over there. All right, so you can see we made it over here to the ferry right here, and so you can see exactly where we are on the map. There you go. So just come to this location, and the final set of tanks is right here on the ferry. Once we hit this, the hunter will spawn. All right, so we will take this hunter out, and I'll spare you guys, the battle, because I'm just showing you how to spawn the hunters. Now, just put your map on normal, and you should be perfectly fine. All right, so we got that done. We actually had some enemies come up behind us as well, but it's all good. So you can see we have the hunter mask in the key, which is the ash key, and then the Craver mask. And if you want to get a closer look at this mask, we can take a look at it here. So yeah, that is the Craver mask. On to the next one. All right, my friends, so we are on to the next mask, which is going to be the Merry mask. So with this one, we need to get 7 parts. So the first part is going to be right here on Pineapple and Henry Street. So you can see just under the Clark Street mission, right? All right, so come here, and when you get here, you will see this car. Just go past this car into the left, and you will see our first part that we're going to need. Collect part. All right, and on to the next part. All right, so the next location for our part, which I'm staying right out here so I can take you in to the alleyway. I just want to show you how to get here. We're just on Orange Street, just south of the underground entrance. and just north of Henry Street. So come right here. We're gonna go into this alleyway. Okay, so past this barrel with a fire in it. Go through here. And then when we get here, we want to turn left. And right through here, our next part we're gonna need is right here. Go ahead and collect that. And I'll just show you exactly on the map when you are in that little alley area. You're right here. All right, on to the next one. And for our third part, we are over here at Clark Street and what is that? Columbian Heights. Right at the corner, or just above this underground entrance. All right, and you can see we got the burning barrel. So just go past it. Into the left right here is our third part. Collect that, and we'll move on to the fourth part. All right, so for our next part, you want to come here on Orange Street, right in between Hicks and Willow. And we're going to be going right here in front of us. You can see, come right through here, and right behind this car is our fourth part. Collect that. All right, and on to the fifth one. All right, and for this fifth part, so you can see exactly where I'm at on the map, we are right here by Poplar and Henry Street. Okay, just come here and see this green truck. It is going to be right beside the green truck, and that is our fifth part. On to the next one. All right, for our sixth part, we are over here on Cranberry, just above Henry Street and right above the underground entrance. Okay, and right in front of us, you'll see this dresser. Right beside the dresser is our next part. All right, got that collected, and we will move on to our seventh and final part. All right, and for the final part, we are all the way up north here. As you can see, this is your Fulton Ferry Market control point, so just north past the bridge up top, just so you can see exactly where I'm at. All right, and right in front of this truck is going to be that last part. So collect that. Okay, so now when you do that, just stay here, and if you turn to your left, you will see like a carousel deal in here. So we'll go over here, and there is going to be a horse right here. Once we interact with this horse, it should spawn the hunter, I believe, behind us. So let's do that. And there we go. So take this hunter out. Of course, I am immune to his stuff. This is exactly why I'm using a Scorpio in this build, so I can not get disrupted, and the Scorpio takes him out. And you know, having your map on normal helps out tremendously, because if you're on heroic, the mask isn't going to be any better. It's going to be the same mask. So just make it easier for yourself. So we have the key in the hunter mask. Get that ash key in the Mary hunter mask. We'll go ahead and pick that up. All right, so if you want to get a better look at this mask, that is your Mary mask. All right, on to the next mask. All right, the next mask we are going after is the red tail mask. And what we have to do is disable 9 antennas. So the first one, you can see where I'm at, McKinney and Vine Street, just right here in front of this building. And that's underneath the Fulton Ferry Market control point. All right, so right here, we're going to be going through here to disable our first antenna. So press that. All right, and that's that. On to the next one. All right, and for the second antenna, just so you can see, we are at these components right underneath the bridge. This is just to the left of the farm control point. So just come here, and when you are over here, we're gonna be going up here. There is a gate up here that we're gonna have to open, but there are some panels that we're gonna have to shoot out to open that gate. So before we go up there, there is one panel that is down here. So just turn around and come back around this way and turn to the right. We'll see the first yellow panel we need to shoot. All right, now go back. Like I said, we'll be going right up this area. All right. All right, now, and there is, you can see that yellow panel. There's one right there. And then, oh, you can see it barely right up there. So shoot that one, and that will open this gate. And there is our next antenna to disable. All right. All right, and for our next antenna, we are all the way down at the bottom on York Street. I just fast traveled to this mission and just made my way over this way underneath this underground entrance. And we are right in front of this building. And this is the next switch we need to hit to disable the antenna. All right. Now, on to the next one. All right, and for this next one, just so you can see where I'm at, right on Plymouth Street, right by this underground entrance, I just fast traveled to the Dumbo Skate Park mission, made my way over. You can see that's that underground entrance. And right in front of it, we have this ladder. We need to go up. And then the antenna we are going to disable is right here. So what we need to do is follow the wire. Which brings us down here. And if you don't have your Shade Tech cache, go ahead and pick that up. And then this is the antenna, or this is the deal we want to hit to disable that antenna. All right, on to the next one. All right, and for our next one, so you can see we are on, right by Bridge Street, and this is Water Street, where you can see it. There it is, Water Street. Okay, so I just fast traveled again back to this mission, made my way down and over. And for reference, you can see rent office space now. Just underneath this right here is the next switch we need to hit to disable the antenna. All right, and on to the next one. And for this next one, we are just south of the farm control point. So, if you have this taken out, you can just fast travel there. And like I said, just come to the south of it, right in this area here. And you will see an antenna right here. And you just want to follow this blue cord. And it will take you, here we go, this blue cord. Take you exactly where you need to go to disable this antenna. All right, that one is done. On to the next one. All right, and for the next one, we want to be over here at this donut shack, just so you can see exactly where I'm at. We are on Plymouth Street, in between Washington and Main Street. Now, again, if you have this control point taken out, just fast travel here and come right to where I'm at. So, donut shack, but there is a door in the back here. but this door is going to be locked. So to unlock this door, we're going to have to shoot a panel in the back. So what we need to do is go around so that we can do that. Alright, so we're all the way around. You can see that yellow box there. Just shoot that. Alright, and that door should be open. Okay, so yeah, the door is open. You can see disable antenna. There we go. All right, and for this next antenna, we are on Front Street, right by Washington, and just above York Street. All right, so come here, you're gonna see the antenna. The panel is right underneath it that we're gonna have to hit. So we're just gonna go all the way around and then climb up and make our way over there. Can I go this way? No, I cannot. So don't go that way. All right. Well, goodness, if my guy would want to, or maybe he doesn't jump down there. Lord have mercy. Okay, so we made it. Right underneath the antenna, here is the next one, disable, and there is that one. All right, and for the final one we have to do. So we are right at this manhole, right in between, what is that, Front Street and Water. Okay, so just come here. You can see the manhole. So we're going to be going up these stairs and up this ladder. Come up here. Then we're going to be jumping over this fence. And you can see we're going to hit this yellow box. All right, now go up here. And that brings us around to the last one we need to hit and disable this antenna. All right, so last thing we need to do is go over here right beside Adams Street, just in front of Front Street, and I will meet you over there. All right, so to show you exactly where I'm at, underneath the Brooklyn Bridge, like I said, right next to Adams Street. Okay, so you just want to come over here, and when you get over here, you can see a bright red light. You just want to go to where that is. And we are going to jump over this and go down this underground entrance. Okay, just go where this red light is. And if you did everything correctly, then you should be able to deactivate systems. So we'll do that. Okay, and we'll go back up top and we will be greeted by a hunter. And there he is. All right, there it is. You can see we got that ash key, and then the red tail hunter mask. All right, so if you want to get a better look at that, there you go. So that is the red tail hunter mask. All right, for this mask, this is going to be for the Cypher mask. So let me show you my location. Now what I did is I just came to this manhole right here, underground entrance. We are just in front of Front Street. You can see York there. And we are on Water Street. Okay? So that's just left of the warehouse control point. So come to this man, or underground entrance, which is right over there. And so we're gonna have this building in front of us. What we have to do is spell the word Roboto. So from my understanding, you can only hit these once. So it's probably best to use a sniper. That way you're not, because if you use an AR, sometimes, more than one bullet can come out, obviously, at a time. And apparently if you hit the letter more than once, it will not work. So what we want to do, spell the word Roboto. The R is all the way over here on the right bottom. Shoot that. Right? Then the 0 right here. Let's see, where is the B? I think it's over here, yeah. Far left. And you can hit the same letter again. So we're gonna hit this O again. Then the T is all the way up top. So it's probably best to use a scope with this. And then the O again, which should spawn the hunter. And there we go. Well, that was an awful shot. Oh my lord, I can't even get my last shot on this dude. Alright guys, I just woke up, so give me a break here. Okay, there we go. So we got the key and the Cypher mask. Alright, and a closer look at that Cypher mask. Not too bad. Alright, for this next one, we are going after the Conqueror mask, which what we have to do with this one is trigger 7 stuffed animals. They're going to explode. So that's what we have to do. Let me show you my location. We are all the way in the corner here. You can see for reference, this is the Fulton Ferry Market control point. So just come right up here to where I'm at. Here we are. Alright, in this corner, and then there should be an animal right over here. Stuffed animal. You can see it is triggered. Where is it? I hear it. Oh, is that it? Yep, that's it. Okay, so that is one. On to the next one. Alright, and for this next one, we are right here on Cranberry Street, just in front of Henry. For reference, here is the Camden Plaza control point. So just north of that, northeast of it, and we're going to be going into this alleyway. Alright, so right behind me, this alleyway, there's going to be another stuffed animal right in here. If we don't have this phone, pick the phone up.
You're serious?
We're not worried about this right now. I'll listen to that later. Okay, so come down here, and the snake, where's my flashlight? Where is it? Right here. Alright, and there is that one. On to the next. All right, for this next one, we are right beside the safe house, the Lookout safe house on Willow and Cranberry. So basically, just come to this underground entrance, and there is going to be an alleyway right beside it. So yeah, there's an underground entrance right there. Then over here is the alleyway, and on a table back here, there's going to be another stuffed animal, and we want to trigger that. Looks like a cheetah. All right. All right, for this next one, we have a couple of steps. First, we are right beside this huge building right here, just in front of Henry Street. We are on Midall Street. And of course, just for reference, we are just left of the bridge settlement. All right, so just come here. What we want to do is we're going to be climbing up here. So just climb up this truck. Okay, so now I want to go through here. Okay, so we want to activate this generator, turn on. So this is the gate we want to open. So what we have to do now is go back here. I don't know why my deal just won't pressing the button, but it doesn't want to jump over. Okay, now there is a computer here we want to interact with, and that's going to open that gate. And the next teddy bear, or the next animal, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be right in here. It is a teddy bear. Okay. All right. And there is that one. On to the next. All right. For this next one, we are just in front of this Cadman Plaza control point, right by this, or right before the manhole, actually. And we're going to be going in this alleyway. Okay. I believe we were here for another hunter as well, so should look familiar. So just come down here, and we are going to be turning left and coming right up here. Up top here, climb up here. And you know what, let's go ahead and put that down too for the future reference. Okay, here's the next one right here. It's a parrot, looks like. All right, there we go. On to the next one. All right, for this next one, we are over here on Pineapple Street, just above Willow. I just fast traveled to this mission, made my way over, and we are going to go in to this alleyway right here, right by the mini storage. So let's go in here, and our next set of stuffed animals will be to our right here. All right, right here. It looks like, is that an orca? Okay. And there's that one. So we have one more to go. Let's go do it. And for the last one we have to do, show you where we are. We are just underneath this underground entrance, right beside Mida. And for reference, this is the Fulton Ferry Market. So just come right here where I'm at. So it's kind of under this little freeway deal, and we want to jump over here, jump on top of that. You can already hear the beeping. And the last one is this turtle. Alright, and that was the 7th and final one. So now all we have to do is go spawn the hunter, and I will meet you over there. So we are over here to spawn the hunter. So let me show you. We basically just come to where these components are. I just fast traveled to the Bridgepark Pier mission. Made my way over here on Truman, or on Furman. Alright, and once you're over here, in this area, there's going to be a statue we have to interact with right here. So interact with this and it will spawn the hunter. Okay. So we'll just come over here where the hunter is and take him out. There we are. So we got our key. We got some enemies coming up on us as well. Alright. So we got our key in the Conqueror mask. Alright, so closer look at that mask. You know, not too bad. And that is your Conqueror mask. Alright, for this next one, I'm going to show you my location. We are just left of the farm control point on Front Street. Right here in front of this building. So, you want to come here, right in front of this building that says 192. Now, there was a lot of steps that led us here, but thanks to the Division 2 secret Discord and all of the amazing people there, we get to skip all of those steps because all it does is lead us to this room that we're going to be going in. So we're going to go in here. Okay, so when you go in here, the door is going to lock behind you. And there is a certain pattern that we have to do when we go in here. And I'll put that up on the screen. So let's do it. Okay, the door's closed. We'll come back. Alright. So now we want to go up until you hit the furniture. Go left. And just keep going until you hit whatever it is. And then we're going to go up. Alright, and then we're going to go right. Let me see, did I do that right? We want to hit this. Then we want to go back. And then right. And then up, left, up, right, up, left, back, right, and then yes, we did do it correct. Okay, so once you interact with this, a hunter will spawn. Okay, let's see, where are you at? Okay, there we go. All right, and there's the ash key and the tracker mask. All right, take these guys out real fast. Then we'll look at that mask. Okay. Okay, and a closer look at that mask. All right. All right, so this is going to be the last mask, and it has to be the last mask because you need to have gotten the other mask first in order to spawn this hunter. So again, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I did do the Lumen mask. Unfortunately, I was not recording. So just a reminder, make sure and go to the link in the pinned comment to the video that Mr. Rogo did showing exactly what you need to do to take that hunter out, because like I said, you need to have all of the hunter masks to spawn this hunter. Okay, so we are right in front, right beside the warehouse control point, right by this building. And what street is this? On Adams Street, just above Plymouth. Okay, so you can see the control point right here, and on the side of it is this building. We want to go inside of here. And when we go in this room, there is, a board that we were not able to interact with, but now that we have all of the hunter masks, we can. So let's do that. And all we have to do now, you can see turn blue. Let's go upstairs. Come up here. And it will spawn the hunter. Alright. And there is the last key we need in the last hunter mask, Necronus. Alright. Let's take a look at that. Alright, and this is your Necronus mask. Cool. Okay, now let's go back to the settlement and let's take a look and see what's in the box that these keys open. Alright, my friends, so we are back at the room that has all of our masks on it. And now we have all of the keys to where we can open this up. And this is the new huntsman named Famas. And it has a talent perfect frenzy. For every 8 bullets in the magazine capacity, gain plus 3% rate of fire and plus 3% weapon damage for 9 seconds when reloading from empty. And we get the weapon skin as well. So that's cool. So that is all 8 of your hunter masks. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. That would be truly appreciated. Once again, shout out to the Division 2 secret Discord and all of its amazing people there that helped solve these puzzles fairly quickly. So that is definitely much appreciated. So yeah, thank you to all of them. Hope everyone is doing good and staying safe out there. And as always, my YouTube family, take it easy.